So, hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I just want to make a video to check in really and let you know where I'm at. So, the reason why I've been gone is because I was running on the verge of no savings whilst trying to get another job that will pay the rent and everything. And luckily, thanks to your support through my course, I managed to make enough money to make it just literally scratching my teeth in terms of having enough money to live to get into the job that I'm in now. So as things start to settle down, I'll be able to start making content again and not have the worry going on that I'm having to make sure my family has what they need. But no, it's thanks to people that support me with the course, and the feedback's been amazing. I'm so glad that it's helping people. Some of the comments I got were like, I've spent, thousands and thousands on loads of different courses, and I feel like I've got more value from your cheap course than anything else. And that's exactly what my channel's always been about. I want to provide lots of value for as little price as I can. I have to charge something, for the hosting, the software for the course, the time that I could be spending with my family. If I won the lottery, it wouldn't be a problem. If I knew that my bills were going to be paid, I'd be just making sure there is information out there for people to get out of the mess they're in. Just at least ground them, at least give them some kind of direction to go in. But that's not the world we live in. But I just want to point out as well that I haven't denied a single scholarship for people applying that can't afford the price of the course. And that's because I don't want someone out there that's suffering, that's on benefits, that's really struggling and just wants to move on with their life or just have something to grasp onto. I don't want money to be the thing that gets in the way of that. And I know that I've given a lot of information on my YouTube, but it's scattered all over the place. It's not very not coherent, but it's scattered, and when you're in that mindset, you don't really want to be going through hundreds of videos on YouTube going, oh, I need something that relates to me right now. You want something that's structured, well planned, thought out, so that you can go and do what you need to do in your life. You can, take a chapter a day or a video a day in my course and just take it easy, knowing that you're going in the right direction. Yeah, so that's where I'm at, guys. And what prompted me actually to make this video is that, like I've always said, the only time I really feel like making videos on YouTube is when I provide something that I feel is valuable. And something that I've been really thinking about when I speak to other people and my partner, myself, is that I actually think that it's very important for us to honour ourselves, honour our brains, no matter what we think of, our life, right? So let me just give you an example. Addictions, right? You might have a food addiction. You have addiction to something. Now, in the past, I would have my addictions and I'd be so revolted by them and so angry at them, and I'd be so frustrated and trapped, and I'd just look at this addiction and go, why can't it just piss off? Why am I so consumed by whatever it is I'm addicted to? And I'd just try and get away from it. It'd be like pulling back a rubber band, and I'd feel like I'm making progress, and at some point it's going to go smash back into the addiction, right? Now this is how I want you to think of it. I see addiction as your mind trying to find temporary relief for you when you are struggling. Now, it's different for everybody. Someone turns to food, someone turns to video games, whatever it is, your brain has decided that yes, we can utilize this to give us some kind of relief when we're suffering. And that's what the brain's trying to do all the time. If you have OCD, if you have all these different things, there's actually an element of it where your brain is trying to protect you. Maybe you're going through a really stressful time. Maybe you're emotionally abused. maybe you can't even see the forest from the trees and you're around toxic people all the time and it's all you've ever known. And when you have time to yourself, you binge on food or something because you're trying to comfort yourself. Your brain is trying to provide some sort of relief, okay? And instead of trying to get away from it, oh, it's disgusting, I can't believe I'm like this, what's wrong with me, blah, going down that route, actually sinking into it and going, I actually really respect my brain, and I actually really honor my brain for trying to find a solution for me in such a hard time. I understand that I turn to food when I feel these emotions that I don't quite understand. And if you come from a place of actually not shaming yourself, having self-love and self-respect, having respect for your brain, just trying to find some kind of a solution for you when you're going through such a hard time, and coming from that angle, I think it's actually a lot more healing and a lot more productive. I spoke about addictions in the past, and I used to play video games every waking hour because I was escaping my life, and I'd go, God, I'm pathetic. I play video games. I'm a loser. I live at home with a schizophrenic mum. I just reel all these things off and I go, oh God, I just can't believe that I'm so addicted to video games. I don't understand why I do it. But in hindsight, my brain was latching onto something to distract me from a situation I could not change. I felt very, very lost. I felt very, very trapped. And when I played video games, I had momentary relief from feeling trapped. So I hope I'm making sense that coming from something in a way that devalues your brain and what it's trying to achieve, even though it's not always right. We don't want addictions in the end. They turn into something that is a negative impact on us. But that's all it has. That's all it can do for you. The brain is sat there, it's thinking, how can we provide some kind of comfort for the recipient right now? Well, in the past, this provided some comfort for us. So let's try and make you, the occupier of this body, go to what provided some relief in the past. It'll be tied to memories. It'll be tied to all sorts of things. And I actually respect that process and go, in times of stress, when I feel like, I would love to just binge on video games again, I actually sit back, take a deep breath and go, I understand why my brain wants to do that. Because it provided me relief in the past when I was under a lot of stress. So when I was on the verge of running out of savings completely, and I wasn't sure what job I was going to end in, and whether it was going to be something that I even really wanted to do at all, I felt a lot of stress. And my brain was like, mate, I want to just hide on a Nintendo Switch for hours at a time. And I'd kind of shame myself and be like, God, I'm a grown man. I've got to look after a family. I've got a child, and here I am wanting to play video games. And actually, that's how I responded to stress in my early years. It just makes sense, and I come from that point of view, and it just doesn't shame me, if you know what I mean. I'm hoping I'm making sense there. But just having self-compassion in nearly every way when you're going through a hard time is something that's never going to negatively impact you. And when we shame ourselves and when we think all these negative things about ourselves, all it does is just make us feel helpless, especially when you have no one else around you to kind of lift you up or give you positive, affirmations or make you feel like you're worth something. So yeah, I think that's a very important thing to come across. Important thing to kind of nip in the bud. I had a few comments actually on my YouTube. I've not checked my YouTube channel in such a long time because my head was kind of elsewhere. But I had questions about this and about addictions and feeling like I understand that the addiction is not good for me, but it's just a never-ending loop of, you know, they binge, they then feel like they're hopeless, they're not somebody that's in control of their own life, and it's just this vicious cycle. But it's, I think, hugging whatever it is you're addicted to and going, I understand why this is here. I understand why I'm addicted to this substance or this action or whatever it is. It's because I never got my needs met as a child, or I am in a situation where I've lost my health and the world is unhelpful and everything seems chaos. Actually, that's a lot of baggage to hold on you every day. And if that addiction is actually giving you some relief, it's actually doing its job. So just try and think of it from that point of view. Don't shame yourself, and don't think it's, oh, it's just, you know, causing you nothing but harm. Actually, it saves a lot of people. Addictions save people from going over the edge, you know? If you were to think of someone that's addicted to heroin, right? There's somebody that's obviously gone through tremendous hardship and had no connection, and probably parents that were never there. That addiction actually keeps them alive. It gives them something to look forward to. It gives them something that they can find relief from the world from. And to take that away from them without the support and just give them the raw situation of their life would probably kill them. So you have to understand that there's you know, for whatever reason, there's a substance that a person picks that actually soothes them because they carry so much pain. And actually, instead of looking at the substance and looking at the addiction and going, oh God, you know, sort it out, actually looking at the person and seeing what they've been through and understanding, wow, you must carry so much pain to need something to soothe yourself all the time. That's how I see it now. And I think it's a healthy way to look at things. I just finished reading Gabor Mate's book on addiction, and, you know, I think he's a very positive and a very good person to listen to when it comes to addictions. But I have my input as well. But no, I hope this is somewhat helpful. I just thought I'd touch that topic because I got a few comments on it, and something I've thought about in my own life recently. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all feeling grounded and actually disconnecting yourself from the world's troubles as much as you can. And yeah, no, thanks for watching, guys. And if you want to sign up to scholarship or purchase my course, I'll put it all in the description below. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next video.